Maybe you can show them something else.
Hello, everybody.
Long night.
We're live, so if you want to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine if you want to tell your joke for the rest of everybody. You have to get over here so you're.
Get over here. Well, I just told a joke, y'all. If you were live and you heard them laughing, this is why. He said everybody wants to win the Super Bowl, but the Seahawks said, "No, I'll pass."
Hold on, go.
Yay! All right, Lisa, go for it.
Thanks. Okay, hey everybody. I'm glad everybody's here that could make it, and everybody that's watching on Agent On TV. And I'm going to pass around a sheet to ask you all to put your names down and your office. And there are some new faces, but I think I know just about everybody. I met you this morning. But let's go around just quickly. So your name, office, and then if you've had a closing or some success, share it with us. I know that. Have you had some? You've had some success with it recently. Okay, Carolyn, why don't you start us off?
Carolyn sells a lot of the Mount Pleasant office. February's been a great month. Cool. We've got 2 listings and a buyer. Active buyer.
Awesome. That's awesome. Now, were they from the lead list or just from your other efforts?
One was a referral from a past client.
Okay.
And the other was just someone I met walking in my neighborhood, walking the door.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's the way to do it. Okay. Excellent.
Tim Perry, this office, I'm just getting started, so.
Okay. So no stories to tell.
Not many stories to tell.
You're like me.
I'm Liz.
Mm-hmm.
No stories to tell.
Rudy Matzner, no good stories.
Judy Matson.
Okay. Anson's here and she's going to talk to y'all in a little bit. She's in property management.
Mary Purdue, Isle Tom's office. I had my first closing from the lead list in August.
Ooh,
It took a while because it was a new build and they rented first.
Cool. Well, you stuck with it. That's good.
Did we read this office and haven't had anything happen yet?
But you've just been here 2 weeks.
Come on.
And I would say ditto on that. I'm Elizabeth Reed, and I'm working 3 leads right now.
Oh, good. Okay, that's cool.
And I'm Bobby Johnson. I'm out of the Somerville office and I just started.
Wonderful. I'm glad to see you. So, which one? Somerville, Maine, or Somerville?
Trolley.
Trolley. Awesome. Okay.
Rebecca Dante, West Ashley office. I have 2 closings this month. I have a listing appointment Monday from the leads list. And total, since I've been on the leads list, I have had 2 closings.
Great. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, I'm Joyce Porter from the Mount Pleasant office, and I have one under contract that's supposed to close this month. Keep your fingers crossed. That's from the leads list.
Awesome. Fantastic. That's fantastic. Yes.
And I'm Jenny Daly from the Mount Pleasant office. I have 2 renters that I converted to buyers that I've closed on in the last month.
That's
I've got
amazing.
an offer I'm waiting to hear back from this afternoon that's from the leads list, and a couple other that I'm actually working on from the leads
That's
list.
fantastic. That is
Yes.
really good. Yes, ma'am.
I'm
Susan?
Susan J. I have a closing Friday from the leads list. He was a renter that knew he'd buy, again. So we got him into a piece of property, dirt, and we're building a house.
And he called you back because you had rented him the house and did such a good job, right?
Well, I've been working with him since. Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
Stay in touch.
Stay in touch.
That's the key.
And I have another contractor waiting on a short sale.
Right.
And I had a call the other day. Well, I called the girl and she was looking for a rental. And I explained to her Roxanne's new deal, 3% down, interest rate, what the credit score was. And so she's contacted Roxanne. And instead of renting, we're going to try to get her qualified to buy a house instead of rent a house.
That's awesome.
So-
That's one of the points Anson's going to make. That's fantastic. That's perfect. Go ahead. I know you're brand new.
Service, brand new this morning. Not pleasant.
Awesome.
Nothing yet.
Okay. Oh well, you better get off your behind.
Good afternoon. I'm Adam Rafferty. Just started and happy to be with Agent Owned. No stories yet, but I'm sure they're coming.
Actually, their license was activated yesterday afternoon, so.
Great.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, Anson, you have the floor. You have to stand over this direction if you want the world to see you.
For those who don't know me, I'm Anson Beckman. I'm the property manager out of the Mount Pleasant office. Just so you know, the way Agent Owned has property management offices, Goose Creek handles their own properties. Mount Pleasant, I have properties I manage, and Somerville Main Street has properties they manage. We get a lot of people confused that it's Agent Owned, therefore I know what's going on with some Goose Creek property and I do not. What I wanted to talk about a little bit, because I do get phone calls a lot, and especially from newer agents. What I do is manage, property for owners. I don't help tenants find properties. I don't, drive people around and show them houses. If you get someone, I know that there are a lot of people on the lead list that come in that are looking to rent. One of the first things I say is, like Susan did, why aren't they buying? It's expensive to rent in Charleston. And the first thing you need to do is sort of educate people on that process, because they really don't realize that. I have two guys moving from Atlanta going, we want to be downtown, we want 3-bedroom, 2-bath, something really nice, we want to spend $1,800. And I'm like, well, you're not going to be downtown, and you might be in Somerville, but you might not even be in Somerville. Like, the reality of what it costs to rent in Charleston, especially in Mount Pleasant, James Island, downtown, crazy, like crazy. And people don't understand that. So, I mean, you want to spend $2,600 a month on rent, or do you want to buy something?
And spend $1,400.
Right, exactly.
And have whatever dog you want.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is that ultimately, when you're dealing with these people, you're not going to do yourself any favor or them any favor by not asking these simple questions. When do you need to move? How much do you want to spend? Do you have any pets? Period. Don't call me or any other property manager without knowing the answers to those 3 questions. You're wasting your time, you're wasting their time. Also, because if it says pets negotiable, call first. Don't even waste your gas. Because what pets negotiable means is we may consider a dog. We may consider, it. So every owner is going to be different. Every property manager is going to be different. Every situation for every house, pets negotiable does not mean they can have 3 dogs. It also doesn't mean just because it's only 10 pounds means it's okay. If it's an 8-week-old puppy, they pee everywhere. Most owners won't take puppies. So just make sure that the first thing you do, I get people calling me all the time. Oh, hey, so I got these people that, want to move into, this house and I want to show it to them. I said, well, do they have any pets? I don't know. Well, what do you mean you don't know? I mean, that's a huge portion of it. Well, and they were really looking to move in June. Well, this house is available now. It's not going to be available in June. Don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. Well, it's listed at 26. Do you think they'd take 22? No. Don't even call me. Seriously. It's really a waste of your time and a waste of my time. Rentals are extremely competitive. As soon as you see one on MLS, you go to make an appointment. You got to call that property management office. Make sure they don't have an application. Because you're going to go show it to them, and they're going to love it, and you go call, and they'll have an application on it. And that's just because I don't have time to update them every time I get them. In property management, the MLS, we use it, and most companies use it, but it's not like our main thing. So a lot of times that stuff's not as updated as quickly. That, and I don't know how to use this new MLS hardly at all. But, the people who call you and say, I'm moving and I really just want something for 3 months. I have 3 dogs. I want to spend $1,500 a month and then I want to buy. Well, good luck. I mean, they're not going to find.
Well, I don't know. If they want to buy in 3 months, move them in your house.
Well,
That's the thing I want to impress upon you. All these questions, the pre-screening questions that she wants you to ask to not bother her, basically.
Well, anybody.
To cut the chase.
It will, right. It will save you time.
But not only is it saving you time, but it's also going to open a door for you.
Right.
Because the rental market is so impossible, and the buying market is so much more possible than it was.
Right.
And people have no clue how much money difference there is monthly in buying.
Well, and you have sellers. So you have a seller going, I'm going to put my house on the market, and then we'll just rent something until we find something else. Oh my God, I get all these. Well, we just got a contract on my house, and we got to be out in 30 days, but we really don't want something but for about 30, 60 days. You better start calling apartment complexes. And they, well, we don't want an apartment. We need a garage, and we don't want furnished, but we really only want 2 months.
You're talking on the phone to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Just tell them to give them
I mean,
a number.
well, no, and what I'm saying is, so what you tell them is, when we put your house on the market, we need to have a plan for you to buy. There is no, okay, you want to sign a year's lease? Fine. Anything less than that, good luck. Especially if they have dogs, that they have, so that you get a lot of these people who you just sold their house. Then what are you going to let them wait a year, and then maybe they forget to call you, they call some, tell them they need to buy something.
Right. So,
have a plan.
Try to convert them, and don't call answer unless you've got a question that you've already got covered by these rules that she said. Fast. Yes.
I have a question about like when we get the rentals.
Yes.
And they want to go, and it's not answer. I know she's going. Okay, so it's in Monk's Corner. It's far. Can we call if it's an agent owned? We've put it up. Okay. Hey Joe, this is Susan Day down in Mount Pleasant. I've got somebody who would like to see your listing that you have a rent. Can you just go show that person the rent rather than just driving up to, Monk's Corner for $62? I'm sorry, but that's just a question that we all keep asking.
What I had said before, and what's on the website, if you read the rules to the lead list that's on the website,
lead list person,
is that you are supposed to trade with somebody on the leads list. I guess I don't care, but I don't care if you call the listing agent. That's fine too.
Just getting serviced.
Yeah, but tell me so that I can put it in their name, because you are handing that opportunity off. You're not gonna, when that person comes back to buy, it needs to go to that person that took the time to rent them the house. It doesn't need to still be assigned to you. So if you want to hand the opportunity off, that's okay. As long as it's agent owned and you don't take any money.
Right.
There's no fees charged for these leads. The way there are no fees charged, because the mortgage company and the insurance company support the program or supply the program. So it needs to stay in-house, and nobody can charge referral fee for it, on their own. Because somebody told me not too long ago, oh yeah, I'm going to be on the leads list, and then I'll just refer it out to whatever office, and I'll make all this money. I'm like going, no.
I tell them
That's not how it works.
one of the reasons I wanted to come in, and no offense to anybody who's called me, but I am the busiest person on the, I swear to God, you have no idea how many phone calls I take. And I'd love to talk to you, but I do not have 5 minutes to go. I just got this lead, and they're looking for something in Mount Pleasant. Do you have anything? I'm going to go, when do they need to move? How much they're willing to spend? What pets do they have? Oh, I don't know. Well, no, please don't call me with that.
Have a long conversation
Is
with
it
the
better to
person.
email you maybe? I just want to know the best way to interact with you.
Look on MLS. If you do not see anything on MLS, maybe email me, because everything I have is on MLS. If it's the best person on the planet looking to spend $3,000 a month, no pets, and you call me and you say, do you potentially have something coming in June that I don't see in the MLS? Call me. Or email me is actually the best way to do it. I'll leave my cards up here. But everything I have is out there. Every once in a while I'll be getting new stuff. But really and truly look on the MLS. And you can get an idea, because the people that call me go, well, everything's 1,800 and they can't find anything. Well, that's because it doesn't exist.
Right.
So don't call me and act like I got something that doesn't exist, because I don't.
Right.
And so a lot of it's just educating them. The other thing is make sure that you tell them you need to pay an application fee. When you're driving these people around, when they go to apply, it's $40 to $100 per person to apply. Any company you go to. It's online. You have to pay the application fee, yes, in order to even get considered. You don't get it back. If you've applied and they deny you, no, you don't get it back. They're going to pull your credit, go do a background check. If any of those things are going to come back wrong, you need to know before you start calling around. If you call me and say, I've got a really good couple, he's moving down here with Boeing, but apparently his house is in foreclosure in Pennsylvania, I'm going to go, all right, well, I might look at him. But if you call another property management company, they're going to need this, and they may tell you no. And they will take their money and tell them no.
Well, again, almost if they can rent, they can buy. Because
Well,
the money that they're going to have now for all the deposits, all of these things, you add all that up, and then if you get the seller to pay closing costs, you got the same amount of pocket. And now you got these different loan programs.
Right.
So Ann's is wonderful. She's my sister.
And I'm the nicest person on the planet. I'll help as much as I can, but I get inundated with that kind of stuff, and nothing aggravates me more than someone calling me going, Well, I don't know. I think they have a small dog.
Well, you know what I think is so great?
It's a pit bull. Oh, really? They don't accept pit bulls?
You know why it's so great that you're here? Because for us new people,
Yeah.
you just saved us a
I'm telling you, you have no idea. You have no
You just
idea.
need to tell us what
It's
it's
such
like,
a great-
what the
yeah.
reality is here,
Yeah.
and we compare it
Exactly.
back to whoever, so we don't have to, you know,
And it's a
go
great
around
opportunity
wasting everyone's
also.
time.
Okay.
Exactly. And
I think it's
the rest of the private
Let's go.
managers will love you.
And it'll also
Alright.
make us more confident.
One
We're not
last,
talking to.
one last thing real quick. Yeah, let's all congratulate Anson. She is Realtor Distinction for Property Management.
Well, she also is the de facto best property manager there's ever been in the entire world, history of time.
One question, Debbie, did you get Marky from the lead list?
No, she's a friend of mine.
Okay.
Okay, rentals are a huge opportunity.
I want to say
Yeah.
one thing. I want to say one thing. Anson works for me. It's handling my property.
Yeah.
It's the best money I ever spent.
Well, that's great.
That's
That's the truth.
She
But
earns
anyway,
every
so
penny.
I'm Anson if you ever hear my name, good, bad, or otherwise. So there are my cards. So email me seriously if you have questions, but those are going to save you a lot of time and headache. Ask any of these folks, they learn.
I'm
I told
teaching Anson, you know, I'm teaching myself Spanish, and I learned a word a couple days ago. Of course, I can't think of it right now that describes you perfectly, but I'll remember. Oh well, of course. One we don't have in English.
They bring you property.
Oh, I did not go through the
Well, just
yeah.
briefly tell it to me, and I'll tell them because.
So basically, if you get anybody from the lead list or anyone else that you have that has a property that they would like managed, then you have the opportunity to make 45% of the management fee collected, which goes towards paying some of your desk fees. Carolyn Lever's got one with me. Debbie referred a friend of hers to me. I'm going out to Monk's Corner today to look at that one because she was with some other horrible property management company. But ultimately, if you get anybody that wants to rent their house, you don't tell them a thing about how much it's going to cost them. You don't say anything, but I'll have Hanson call you. And if you want to go over there with me, fine, but you don't do any of the legwork. You just say, we got a great property manager and we'd love to manage your property and get it rented for you. Be glad to have Hanson come talk to you.
We've got one agent owner that I signed a check for yesterday for over $2,500 for January.
And I do all of the work, and all they do is get the money. So,
That's true.
Not them, but the agent. I mean, you get your part of your desk fees paid, and you don't have to do a thing.
Yeah, I have my next speech paid for that reason.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Anson, very much for
And
taking
for
your
that
time.
reason, yes, definitely call me.
Thank you. Anson's awesome. She really is so good. She is wonderful. Okay. Along those lines, on agentown.com, hello, I'm Lisa. For anyone that hasn't met me, I think everybody's met me. And I do a lot of the website. I manage the website. I also can help you individually with your own websites, with social media, those kinds of things. As well as I am sort of just an idea person, so if you ever want me to try to help you come up with an idea for like a name or something, I kind of have a knack for it. At least I think I do. And I'm happy to do it. I like to do it. So that's what I do here at Agent Owned, and this is agentowned.com. Each of you that are with Agent Owned has access to the administrative side or the back end of the website, if everybody knows what I'm referring to when you say that. Just really quickly, show of hands, when you get leads, what do you do first? The people that call them first. Who calls them before they email them? Okay. And then who emails before you call? All right.
I used to, but then I don't know if the email is good or
Right,
bad.
right. So, yeah, I used to think that maybe emailing first was better. And then I realized if they give you a legitimate phone number, call them. That means that is an invitation to call. Because anyone that doesn't want you to call is not going to give a legitimate phone number, basically. Unless you see that they have an AOL account, and then you can go, well, you know, you may have to take a different read on that, but that's all about reading people and things like that. So If they have a legitimate phone number, call them first. I think that's obviously going to be your best way to success, and the faster the better. You will get an automated email from the system. It assigns leads, which are registered people that register on the website. It assigns it to someone automatically through the system. And what I was going to show you first, there's a lot on agentowned.com. There's so much stuff that if you want to, you can take some time and go through it and let me know where, if there's anything that needs to be corrected.